Hello, hello. All right, so what happened on the 17th December, GMT? Um, I said it wasn't going to change this risk zone, the sides, very often. It shouldn't have. And so that's exactly what we see what happened. uh, it went above this, went above here in the Asia session, natural momentum. Didn't get very far with that Asia session momentum. It's about 20 pips up, and then it reversed and went back into that risk zone, and you can see that was at about 5 was about 3 a.m. when it hit the max. It was about 6 a.m. when it hit the or 5:30 when it hit the risk zone again, and then about 8 a.m. the end of the Asia session when it actually crossed under that risk zone for the sell to approach the target that I said it was going to hit, which is 22, about 23 pips right there. So I said it was going to hit that, and then it's all up to what it does from there. You pretty much finish the day. So what it chose to do is bounce off that as a support, went back into the risk zone, tested that risk zone again, found that it was too hard to break above it, and so they just repeated the same thing, but it didn't have any energy for the rest of the day to do anything else. So that's essentially what happened for 17 December. So let's take a look at 18 December forecast. Okay, this is what it looks like. Let's go into the long term. It's a long term. You can see here that we're dealing with targets that are up here. So the pull is going to be, it currently is for resistances, to experience resistances. There's not much support here, but with that doesn't mean that it's going to free fall. It means more that it's being attracted to the resistances. So if I zoom in here, I see that you've got this right here as a support, but this is very far away. It's 100 basis points, even though it's kind of in the ADR range. So it's something to think about, but as you can see, 100 basis points above here, there is nothing. There's no resistance. So this is a free zone, free area. So as for today, this is the amount of time that there is today. So if we zoom in a little more, we can see what is really going on here. I would use this as it is already in here. So it started the day off here and then went into here. So as this as a resistance, this as a risk zone, you can see it's expanding. You could initially use this as a reward, 15 to 11. So you can see that this is starting the day off, that this is a larger reward zone and this is a smaller risk zone. But then now as it is today, as it is at this time, which is about 6 GMT, so at this point when it crossed in, I would expect it would stay with this as a reward target and this as a risk. But as you can see, it's increasing. That scale is increasing the risk. So at this point, this is a 15 pips to, this is almost like a one-to-one risk. So right about this point, which is about crossing into the Asia session, it becomes more attractive actually to invert this, to turn this into a risk zone and this the reward zone. So unless the price so look for that, and unless the price comes above here, you can use this as a risk zone, and if it does that, then you can use this as a risk zone and then that as the target, just 100 and 180R above here as the target. But if it doesn't do that, then if it comes back under here, then you can use this as the risk zone and then this as the reward. So currently I would be on a buy from crossing here, unless the price comes back under after about the 7-8 GMT, after the Asia session. If the price crosses back under here, then I would start targeting this. Use this as the stop, the risk stop, and then just target until it targets somewhere here for the day, until the end of the day. Okay, that's it. Let's see what happens tomorrow.